Hello, I'm the Bowmeister, and welcome to Arkham Horror Mother's Embrace, a first start. I've looked at this game, I was intrigued by it, so let's go ahead and dive right on in. Remember to reload your weapons after a fight. Alright, so we've got Harvey Walters, the Professor, doctors in both history and archaeology. You guys can pause the videos if you want to read them.
Move aside, boys. It's my turn.
But we got Jenny Barnes, the dilettante.
That's my cue to play.
Jim Culver, the musician.
I'm ready to investigate.
Kate Winthrop, the scientist. The funny thing is that I've already read through these once, only to realize as I started to go through this that I wasn't recording. Oops! So, like I said, you guys can read these as we go.
It's my time in the spotlight.
I heed the Lord's call.
That's my cue to play.
But like I said, I was going to choose Jim Culver, the musician. If an investigator suffers a trauma when they've already had 3 traumas, one of the traumas will be aggravated.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wilhelmina Tillinghast, Professor of Astronomy at Miskatonic University. All my life, I have dedicated myself to the study of celestial objects. Most recently, I visited Louisiana to observe the passage of a comet I had observed for many years. I hoped the trip would provide me with the evidence required to conclude my decades-long research. Yesterday, you received my telegram requesting that you meet me at my house, just outside Arkham. And so, you've decided to join me in my mansion.
Professor Tillinghast must like the blues more than those stuffed shirts at Miskatonic University if she called me out here for a performance. You don't see that too often in an elderly lady.
And we got ourselves some nice voice acting.
Welcome to my mansion, my friend.
I'd better ring the bell.
Tutorial camera control is our moving control. It's left. Magnifying glass icon is displayed over objects you can investigate. So for example, here stands the car in which you arrived. Before leaving, you should meet Professor Tillinghast. Okay. Oh, I got 3 investigators. Right now it's just me. X brings up my inventory. Y brings up my map of the garden. And this brings up my journal. Open invitation. Story. You arrived at my modest manor home in Arkham, invited personally by me, Professor Wilhelmina Tillinghast. Okay. Oh, we get a nice explanation about the traumas. Daydreaming, initiative slightly lowered. Algophobia, mental resistance is reduced when health is very low. Self-mutilation, chance of losing health every few steps, low. And LT is to accelerate. That's a wall. Okay, I can't walk into it anyway. So kind of a nice little walk there. Interact. The gate is shut. You came in from the other side. The countryside here would be lovely for a long walk when the weather is fine. Not like today. Of course, you know me. I'm an explorer by nature. I love to explore. I love to look around. I just love exploration, after all. This ornament seems to be used as a roundabout for vehicles. This is definitely Professor Tillinghast's car. The engine appears to be cold. Hasn't been moved in a while then. Here's a gate. You can see beautiful flowers in the greenhouse. Professor Tillinghast must be a passionate gardener. Or have herself a gardener that loves to do things. Could be. I don't know. Seems like a kind of a place where you'd have a gardener. The gate is shut. Okay. Oh, what's this over here? The basement must be behind this trapdoor, but you have no reason to go in there. The professor's waiting for you, after all. Alright, so movement is a little slow. But again, it's not like we're expecting running speeds after
Maybe
all.
she's hard of hearing.
How rude of me to make you wait like this. I wonder whether something's wrong.
There's a light coming from that second floor window. She must be home. The door's locked. I ought to find a way in to check on her.
Does that mean I'm climbing through the basement? Each scenario has a set of specific objectives to complete to progress to the next scenario. These objectives are displayed in your notebook and are updated as you complete them. Press the left option button to access the notebook. The objective is to find another way in. There's no answer at the door, but one of the second floor lights is turned on. When I failed to answer the door, you understood at once something was amiss. After all, I'm hardly one of those absent-minded biddies whose minds wander off at the slightest distraction. Quite reasonably, you searched for another way inside the house to ensure I was well. Well, we've got one of two options. We could... A box beneath the first floor window seems to invite you to take that way inside, but it looks to be shut tight.
It's no problem to reach the window, but it's shut tight. I'd need to smash the glass to get inside.
I hope you aren't thinking what I fear you're thinking.
What I need is something heavy to smash this window.
Objective updated. Find something to break the window with. Some interactions with objects may ask you to choose the best action out of several possible actions. These are called complex interactions. A wheelbarrow stands out abandoned on the lawn. Perhaps you'll find something inside to help you break the window. Let's go ahead and look through. Inside the wheelbarrow, you find a heavy pair of bolt cutters, just the thing for smashing a window. Quest item found. I want to check something else out real quick, though. Okay, yeah, no, so the basement door was not an option, no matter what, which is okay. Alright, time to smash a window.
How dare you smashed my window? I hope you intend to have it replaced.
Sorry, Professor.
I hope this really is an emergency and the professor forgives me. Anyway, I can't apologize until I find her. Where would she be?
Upstairs on the second floor, of course. Okay. A beautiful piano. You don't recall the professor mentioning that she could play. Judging from the dust on the instrument, you doubt it sees much use. A large painting of a comet hurling through the night sky. It seems the professor's interest in astronomy colored her taste in art as well. Nice little steamer trunk. Of course, that poor window. I shattered. This looks like this was a dead-end room of sorts.
A broken vase. The professor must have heard it fall. She wouldn't have just left it here.
I certainly would not. I take pride in a clean and tidy abode, especially when expecting visitors.
I'd better find her.
Alright, so let's take a look at the fallen plant. If your investigators have the knowledge required, they will offer advice on the best course of action. If this is not the case, they will tell you nothing. No advice. A shard to some fragile object now shattered lie on the ground. Perhaps it is a clue. An unsuitable action makes the missiles clock go faster. Can we put together? A closer inspection of the fractured object reveals it was a vase. Based on its position, you think it fell from the small table nearby. Since the fragments are free of dust, you deduce it broke recently.
scream came from upstairs.
That sounds like my voice. I must need help.
Professor, was that you?
Of course it was. Hurry!
No answer. There must be someone else in the house. I ought to find a weapon.
Certain events will force a sanity check. Each investigator's mental resistance score determines their chance of success to resist it. When sanity reaches 0, the investigator in question suffers from a trauma, which gives him a penalty. The little table is full of items. Perhaps searching them will turn up one that's useful. Item found! You found a weapon while searching. Select the weapon by pressing A, move your cursor with L in the empty slot, and press A again. A knife, sharp blade sticking with the pointy end. Durability, new. Cost 3 action points. Damage 6 to 7, critical hit 30%. Close the inventory by pressing B.
That knife might come in handy if I run into trouble.
What on earth are you doing with my letter opener?
Alright, so... found the source of the scream. My invitation was for a visit, not wanton vandalism. Certainly understand your concern for my safety, but couldn't you have found a less destructive means of entering than to climb atop a wooden box and break in through the music room window? Just as you discovered a broken vase near the front door, a scream from the upper floor drew your attention. Could have been my voice you heard. Map, so that was the music room. I'll take the stairs here in a second. I can't very well go through that door, but we can explore around back behind here for something. A shoe rack containing what you assume are the professor's shoes. Chances are she hasn't left the house. It seems that this door is locked. It's a good thing that it's not where you want to go. Climb the stairs. We're now on the second floor. Got a bunch of...
The scream came from this direction. I'd better take a look.
Bunch of doors.
The scream must have come from the other side of this door.
That's my office door.
The door through which you heard the professor screams. It's locked. Alright, so now I need to find a key. Okay. Objective is find the key. This door is the bathroom. Your reflection gazes back at you from the scrupulously clean bathroom mirror. Blech. Key? Knowledge manual. Breaking the lock seems inelegant, but it may be effective. Nope. Through your investigations, you may draw the attention of the Great Old Ones. This is called the Mythos. The Mythos clock fills each time an unsuitable action is chosen during a complex interaction at the end of a full round of combat. When the Mythos clock is full, the Great Old Ones will intervene to slow you down. Be on your guard. Right. A little applied mechanics is all it takes to open the container and see what's inside. You found a new item. Bandages. No, I don't want to use it. I want to move it to my inventory. Ta-da! Alright, so... Toys are laid out around the room so carefully that you doubt a child ever touched them. Something is creeping around. What might it be? It's coming for us. It's a dude. Hello, dude.
Who's there?
I'll ask the questions. Roland Banks, Bureau of Investigation. I'm on the job. Who are you, and what's your reason for being here?
What would a federal agent want with me?
The professor had some idea of hiring me to perform some music for her. I'm Jim Culver.
I'm wondering if various, if this line changes based on the various characters.
When she didn't answer the door, I got worried and came in. Then I heard her scream and came upstairs.
Seems like I'm on the right track. Something hinky's going on here.
Hinky.
Is Professor Tillinghast a suspect in some crime?
She's only a person of interest. The Bureau has evidence that others are trying to involve her in some shady business. I came to find out what she knows, if anything. Then I heard the scream, too. Seems we need a key to get inside that room.
I wasn't prepared for so many guests today.
I'll help you find that key.
We got a new investigator, Roland Banks. The Fed. I first met Agent Roland Banks when he visited my home to ask me whether I knew anything about some strange group of people. He seemed to have little more than vague rumors to investigate, and to be honest, I still don't entirely understand what he was after. Still, he seemed honest, if not open, and he has the broad shoulders and quiet confidence one likes to see in the members of the Bureau of Investigation. He certainly appeared to be the sort of person one would call for help. He's got perfect aim. Roland has more chance of dealing a critical hit in combat. Logical, strong initiative, average melee, strong, ranged, magic weak, daydreaming, initiative slightly lowered, cigarette addict, urge to smoke a cigarette, low, and inaccurate, slightly less chance of getting a critical hit. While investigating the nursery, you encountered Federal Agent Roland Banks. He claimed to be investigating occult activities surrounding me, of all people. When pressed, he admitted I was not a suspect, but he insinuated I had been manipulated in some way. How patronizing! At least you had the decency to join your investigation. And, no enemies. New objective? Still need to find the key. Still haven't interacted with the crib. Move things around. Among other ornaments, a key tagged office hangs from the mobile. What a clever place to keep a spare key. Tillinghast office key is what we have found.
There's a key on this mobile.
My files say Tillinghast has no children. If that's true, why would she need a nursery?
That's a very good question, actually.
The professor always wished for children, even long after she grew too old to have them.
Oh, I can't say it isn't true. I wish people were less prone to idle gossip.
Alright, quest item found. Oh, and we got our investigators. X. So he's got 1 bandage, and he's got an M&P revolver, 38. Good deal. Just gonna interact with the door. Steamer trunk. Doesn't seem locked, but something else prevents it from opening. You open the chest to find it is full of books. Lying atop them is a single sheet of paper on which is written for a recipe for apple fritters. Peel, core, and slice the apples across, but not too thin. Dip into frying batter. Remove one at a time with the fork and drop carefully into the fryer. Remove from fryer when they reach a pale golden brown, then drain. Dust with powdered sugar and serve with a slice of lemon. Banana fritters can be cooked in the same way. That looks like that was the only... Oh, books. A well-organized bookshelf with something on it. You have found a new item. Cigarettes. A pack of smoke's just a thing to call the nerves. +1 to sanity. Damage to self 1. I'll go ahead and give that to our Detective Roland there. Accelerate! There's a painting. A painting of cats. Old ladies tend to like cats, but you do admit it emits a sense of calm. This door doesn't lead to where Professor Tillinghast is. Nope, wrong door. Wrong door. Game's telling me wrong door! You will encounter enemies as you explore. You can know which room contains enemies as a glow crawls from under the door. All right, gonna get our first case in combat. Door through which you heard the professor scream. It's locked. The key fits and you unlock the door.
What? Who?
An intruder. How many people can I expect to break into my house today?
Professor, are you even alive?
Who are you?
Listen, pal. You've got some explaining to do. Come then. I have just the explanation you deserve.
Combat is turn-based. Every character acts one after the other without time constraints. The order of each attacker is based on the initiative roll at the start of combat and is displayed at the top of the stream of the initiative bar. Each character has 5 action points to spend each turn. Each action has a specific action point cost. Once validated, an action cannot be undone except for movement. There are 3 types of weapon: melee, ranged, and spellbook. Each investigator has a different aptitude with the various weapon types. This aptitude will affect the action point cost of the attack. Okay. So we'll grab that. Move. Here. Once you are out of action points, you want to end your turn with a specific investigator. You can end turn action. Overwatch. This action is called Overwatch. When selecting Overwatch as a combat action, your investigator will get ready to attack the first enemy that moves within the weapon's range. Select the direction of the attack by using L. Your investigator can only attack what they see, so be sure to select the proper direction for them to be facing. Alright, M&P revolver. Attack the enemy. 7 damage, not bad. Reload. I'm good on shots, I think. Yeah, still have 4 rounds. And 2 damage. Mythos in combat. After all the characters have had their turn to attack, the Mythos clock fills up. Be on your guard. Attack this enemy. Done. 4.
What's going on?
We'd better have a look inside.
Something lies on top of the small table. You found a new item. Bandages. We'll go ahead and move. There we go. Like that. Remember to reload your weapons after each fight. You can reload them from the inventory. Select your weapon, then the reload option. Well, there is a new enemy. Oop. Reload. Okay. Oh, that's not at all creepy. Oh, hello there! Yep, I was wondering if you weren't dead. And there's a pair of cultists.
Who in blazes are you?
We'd like to ask you the same thing.
What happened here? Is that...
Wait. That's me. That is... It's my... body.
That's Professor Tillinghast, all right. She won't be telling me much anymore.
We need to stop them.
All right, time for combat. Oh, look. Oh, critical hit. That's what I'm talking about. You know what? Let's take out the one cultist. And stay down. We'll reload later. And we'll back up. End turn. Cultist's turn. Where's Cultist is gonna refocus, which means he gets another turn. The clock keeps ticking upwards. Am I in range? I am. 7 damage, not too shabby. And then we shall move back over here. And my turn. Ooh, critical hit. You know? Oh, still not enough damage. Yeah, Overwatch. Move you around, and then stab!
Who were those cloaked figures? This wasn't just a burglary.
You're right about that. Must be connected to my investigation. We better have a look around.
Objective updated. You have obtained a key to the office. On the way into my office, you surprised another intruder coming out. Again, the man wore strange garb and attacked you. Turning the tables on him, you decided to find what he was searching for in the office. No one was more shocked than I to discover my dead body, although I suppose I didn't discover it myself. I was present, of course, so through my friend's eyes, I saw the knife wielding man in his ritual costume. Other intruders have obviously just escaped through the open window. Loyal friends that you are, you prevented the last of them from fleeing. The killer defeated, you took in the sorrowful scene and began gathering clues. And enemies, strange men, strange people came to my house and killed me. I would even say sacrificed me. How horrible. Alright, we did it. And that was a nice little taste. Seems like a bad time to play a tune. Nice little flavor text there. We're gonna go ahead and end. Can I pause? Yes, I can pause. We're gonna go ahead and end the episode here. Thank you so much for watching. So next time, probably do another Steam game. We'll see what I have. We'll play for about half an hour or so. But then we'll dive in. I might dive into this game in the future, either as a stream game or as a recorded series. We'll just have to stay tuned to find out, won't you? But until then, I am the Bellmeister, and as always, I have been obediently yours.